Somebody gave me this magazine. I'm always kind of scared to read these magazines because I don't want to know what they're advising people as healthy. So the first kind of article that's here, UK family eating habits in the dock. I think they're just talking about like what the average person is eating in some area that they're referring to as being the dock. 90% of adults and secondary school children are not eating enough fiber. 90%. Like, people worry so much about protein. Where'd you get your protein from? But like, nobody asks, where'd you get your fiber from? That should be asked. Fiber, lads. Vegetables, potatoes, fucking whole grains. Get in your fiber. How come are people pooping? Like, are people just not pooping? I worry. So we've got food for thought. Feeling peckish, check out the figures before you reach for a snack. Figures, I assume they mean like calories, sugar, protein, fat, that sort of thing. So what do we have? We've got a banana, Doritos, cashews, popcorn, Snickers, and a cookie. So we've got 1, possibly 2, 3, 4. So we say 3, maybe 4 vegan out of 6 snacks, which I think that's pretty good. I'd rather if that banana was a bit more ripe, but you know, it's something. What do they say about a banana? The no mess snack with biodegradable wrapper. Beat that. Nope, you can't beat a banana. Unfortunately, people just don't eat enough of them. So, Snickers. It's got nuts in it. Could it be healthy? Taste beats logic with this one. I can't read, by the way. Taste beats logic with this one. Taste does not beat logic. I think when you don't eat the proper food, like when you don't eat a lot of fruit, when you eat something like a Snickers bar or Maltesers or whatever, those kind of junk foods, they taste a lot nicer than you think. Like, they don't really taste that good. If you eat proper food, you'll know that. But most people don't eat proper food, so like they don't eat enough of proper food. Like, a lot of people, I would say, don't eat more than 3, 4, if even that, pieces of fruit a day, which is nowhere near enough. Like, nowhere near enough. Because if you did eat enough fruit, you would know that kind of food tastes like absolute rubbish. So whoever is writing this article, you obviously don't eat enough vegetables and fruit. Okay, cashew nuts. Yeah, well, let's see cashew nuts at least. What else have you got to offer me, magazine? Okay, a piece on how to extend or decrease your lifespan. So to extend it, eating fruit, eating vegetables, exercising, all these things add to your lifespan. Oh, last one. Consuming 1 alcoholic drink a day increases your lifespan by 0.9. However, consuming 2 or more alcoholic drinks a day decreases your lifespan by 2.2. Not sure how they come up with those numbers, but you know, 1 is okay, 2 is asking for trouble. Smoking obviously deducts your lifespan by 7.3 per day. That's kind of fucking scary. Don't smoke, kids, don't smoke. What else have we got? The quickest way to healthy eating. Sally B. It's simpler than you think to put the bite back into your diet. Sally B, the TV nutritionist, tells how to pack your plate with goodness and break those bad habits. Okay, Sally B, what have you got to say? So this woman suffered 3 heart attacks when she was 36. Fucking hell. She was diagnosed with some spontaneous coronary artery something, and now she's better, and her health, and she survived against the odds, and now attributes her health to a diet crammed with healthy foods from fish and berries. Fish and berries. Okay. We're not getting off to a good start, lady. First thing she says, downsize, not supersize. Here's how not to fill up on excess protein or carbs. So she's got a magic trick on not filling up on excess protein or carbs. Hover your hand over your plate with your fingers together. Your hand size is the portion of both carbs and protein. The rest of your plate should be full of vegetables, salad, and a variety of colours. Well, I'm glad she added that in at the end, because the first part is hilarious. So you put your hand over the plate and that'll tell you, like, you should only be having this much of protein and this much of carbs. I wonder, like, do the animals out in the wilds do this? hover their hand over it so they know exactly how much their portion size should be. No, I don't think they do that. I think if you're eating the food that you're designed to eat, then your body will tell you when you're full. But nah, we eat food packed full of fat and full of fucking sugar and full of all this processed crap that our body does not know how to switch it off. It doesn't know how to be full because it's been tricked. Like, it just doesn't know what to do. So we overeat it. But no, hovering hand, that's the trick. I should have read this magazine years ago and I wouldn't have had any eating problems. Like, Sally B, you're so wise. So wise. Okay, what else have you got to say? So she mentions eating fruit, which is good. She says, okay, how coconuts are beautiful. However, I'm not super into the coconut oil cooking trend. It's extremely high in saturated fat and I trust my own body. It's too heavy for me to use in the kitchen. Well, I agree with you there. Too many people are obsessed with, like, I mean, I love coconut oil to put, like, take off my eye makeup and do different things like that. It's good in the bedroom too. But I would never put it in my food. No, not a good idea. It's so processed. Think about, like you should be eating whole foods. You know, if you're eating coconut oil or using any sort of processed oil, like, it's literally taken all the fiber, all the goodness, and just left you with the oil, just left you with the fat. I know it changes cooking if you're not cooking with oil, but you do kind of find ways around it. I'd give it to Dan. I cook with oil for Dan, but, like, personally, like, I know it's not a health food, and I do try to, like, I am trying to, like, change his dishes so that I don't use oil in them. Some things it's hard to do without oil. But yeah, too much processed oil, not a good idea. She mentions how she drinks 1 glass of Prosecco. It's a clean drink, and I savor it. Yeah, I'm sure Prosecco is a very clean drink. Balance is important. There's no such thing as a demon food. I disagree. Look at your diet as a whole. Well, you should do that. Among the tricks to ensure you eat what you need is keeping an eye on portion size. Again, back to portions. Plates in restaurants can be huge, and we're all confused about how much we should eat. I just don't think that, like, in nature we would be concerned about portion size. Like, our bodies are so much more capable of doing things that we just can't even comprehend. Like, I was checking to make sure I'm actually recording. Sometimes I do that. Our bodies are so much smarter than us. Like, our subconscious mind is so much smarter than our conscious mind. It is, like, it knows how to do this. Like, it knows how to do so many different things, and yet we somehow think that we're more intelligent in it than it, and that we can decide what our body needs and how much our body needs. No, we can't. The best thing we can do is eat our species specific diet, the diet that doesn't cause any heart disease, that doesn't cause, extreme weight gain, that doesn't cause any of these fucking things that kill off most humans. Eat that sort of diet and let your body fucking figure out the rest. Your body will tell you when it's full. You cannot overeat fruit. You cannot overeat potatoes. You cannot overeat rice. You cannot overeat these food because they are designed to be eaten by a human. No other animal calorie restricts. No animal calorie restricts. So why do we think we should be calorie restricting? Why do we think that we should be portion controlling? It's such an insane concept. It's a diet industry concept, and it's just false. It's not true. It's just bullshit. Anyway, what else have you got to say? You better up the fucking ante soon. She mentions vegetables, and that's obviously good. Herbs and spices. The thing about a lot of these people is, like, it's not that they don't know, but I just feel they're, like, a little bit confused. And, like, this is the kind of information that I used to take, and it didn't work out. Like, I ended up with an eating disorder, and the amount of women that I know that have some sort of disordered eating from taking advice like this, because it just doesn't fucking work. Just checking the time. We've got a client coming soon. Okay, she mentioned smoothies, which is good, but only drink a small glass. Not good. Using half veg, half fruit. That would be very bitter. Like, that's a problem as well. Smoothies. Like, why do people fucking ruin smoothies by putting, like, cucumber and what did she mention? Courgette. Half kale and courgette. Half pineapple and mango. Like, okay, kind of good, but not good. Like, courgette, why is courgette going into a smoothie anyway? Like, can you not? No, I wouldn't put courgette in a smoothie and kale. Like, if you want it sweet, like, the same person, she's gonna want to have a bar of chocolate during the day because she's not gonna have got enough sugar, proper sugar. Like, how is too much pineapple bad or too much banana bad? Like, think about it. All the fiber. 90% of people are not getting enough fiber, and this woman is telling you to cut down on how much fruit you're eating. Fiber, fiber. Like, the thing is, everyone takes this advice and it doesn't work, and it's not because you don't have the willpower to make it work or because you don't have the control to make it work. It's because you're following shitty advice. It's just shitty advice. It doesn't mean to be shitty advice. She's trying to help, but it's shitty advice. Okay, I'm gonna finish up here because she says something really horrible, and I just can't agree with her. Be gluten aware. Be gluten aware, and she's got the picture of the potatoes. Gluten aware potatoes. Carbs are fine, but balance them depending on your output. If you are exercising a lot, you will need them for energy. They also aid sleep as they have sporadic effect. I don't like reading in these things. It's like, I'm not going to read again in a fucking video because it's clear that I can't read. I was keeping it a secret. I love potatoes and rice, but tend to be gluten aware as bread makes me feel bloated. The wheat we use these days can ferment in your gut. Listen to your body. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't good for you. I like that advice because I think if we actually did listen to our bodies, we would know what to eat and what not to eat. But most of us don't listen to our bodies. 99% of us don't listen to our bodies. Although 2% of the world's vegan, 98% of us don't really. And even there's vegans who probably don't listen to their body, so most people don't listen to their body. This is confusing though. Like, she mentions gluten and then potatoes, and okay, rice has gluten in it, and has a picture of potato. But I feel like she's putting people off potatoes, and like, potatoes, like, lads, potatoes have never done anything to anyone. Like, potatoes are just trying to help, and people demonize them. People are so mean to the potatoes. So yeah, I'm gonna be done now with this magazine. I don't care anymore. I've lost faith in humanity. I haven't really. Yeah, don't take advice from some of these shitty magazines. I mean, there is advice in there, and I think it's meant to be good advice. But I think at the end of the day, if you're eating the foods that we're designed to eat, like any species, if they're eating the foods they're designed to eat, you can't overeat them. That's not long term. You can't be overweight long term if you're on the proper diet.